Let's do a quick rundown of the Farfa Reddit. What have you guys been posting? Best, apparently. Hyper Whale. Oh, God, he's always going to post good content. I mean that sarcastically. His content's bad. Nadir Better Online, known as Farfa, is a prominent content creator in the community. He's a Scottish tuber and Twitch streamer. Has been active since 2014 on the Glasgow yugioh, known for his entertaining, insightful content around the trading card game, especially his love for BA. His username is even a nod to it. Over the years, he's built a strong following with a mix of competitive gameplay, meme reviews, and collaborations with other creators like Team Sam and DZ. He's been involved in official events, including commentary for official podcasts, etc. Finally, a good AI answer. I mean, this is... I was waiting for the meme here in the punchline. It actually is just like a fine description. Okay, thank you for posting that, I guess. Get off ChatGPT. My God. Guys, the amount of times I'm just scrolling Twitter and I see like the most brain-dead idiots typing at Grok, is this true, to everything? God. Is there like an at Grok emote? Maybe we need one. This duel could have been an email. To be fair, this is true, actually. Have you ever played against, like, Snake Eye who win the coin flip and you don't draw any hand traps? Like, what is there to discuss? Like, what? There's nothing... There's no gameplay here. It's just... Yeah, this could have been an email, you know? You could have just, like, gave me the rundown, the bullet point breakdown. How are you laughing at this? You've clearly never worked an admin corporate job. That's why you don't find this funny. Remember when yugioh said he doesn't surrender? Most players would give up after yugioh. Oh, yeah. yugioh showed us this duel on stream. For those of you who didn't watch it, why not? I love the music he's edited onto this. I'm going to cut it out because of DMCA reasons. So anyway, TLDR, yugioh has gone second here. I believe he dropped a hand trap. It might have got called by it or ashed. So we've got the yugioh set up with the towers and a Chaos Angel. There's a yugioh, for those of you who don't know the contest. yugioh very just simply says, your opponent can activate cards effects for the rest of this on the field. So it just instantly negates everything on the field. So how do you break this board? Alright, so he's going to start with Poseidra. It's main phase for the rank up, so you don't get to immediately yugioh your opponent. They do kind of technically have priority. So one of the old school ways to out the yugioh rank up lock was that you could, in the standby phase, you could like Twin Twister pop the rank up spell, and they couldn't chain it because it's start of its main phase only. That was one way to beat this, like degenerate lock. People have played it historically. I think Lunalight may have yugioh locked its way to a YCS in like 2019 or something, I want to say. But yeah, so all cards on the field now are now negated. You still activate hand and grave effects, but everything on the field is negated. I don't know if... Does it prevent activations, or is it just... you can activate. Let's see. So we're going to add Neptibus. Okay, we're not normal summoning it. So we're going to normal summon the Minstrel, link into Alicia, and pass turn.
Yeah, that's why
we're just ending on this. Thank you for the host, Shadow. This is the end board of a Mermaid player that's been yugioh, the Alicia pass. So this floats, and it has a discard effect. This might actually come up and be relevant. Let's see how he grinds out of this one. So we're going to activate the Red Eyes Link 4. Never seen this card before. I mean, I have, but I forgot what it does. What does it do? It's getting max seed. So it special summons a monster. We're max seeing it. We're normal summoning. We've top decked a normal summon. I don't know if we searched it, but okay. We're going to add the pop guy. So now we're under max seed. We're going to get some value out of this card. Now on this turn here, we're just in the attack of the Abyss Alicia. We've got the No Thung, which burns and does an extra normal summon. We're going to enter the battle phase, and then in the battle phase on declaration of attack of yugioh, we're going to use Alicia to discard Neptibus. Which it's still negated on the field, by the way. Neptibus is then going to trigger in the graveyard to special summon back Poseidra. Poseidra is going to send heavy infantry. Poseidra is going to attempt to bounce away the Chaos Angel, but it's going to get impermed. We still had an imperm after yugioh locking, by the way. New chain, the infantry is going to trigger. It's going to pop a face-up monster. We're going to hit the Chaos Angel. It must have been made with darks, I believe, which means it's just invulnerable to battle, but not card effects, so you can still affect the Chaos Angel. It needs to be light and dark to be a towers, essentially. Then we're going to use the effect of Abyss Alicia. When it's destroyed, I believe it just floats into a water from the grave. It's going to float into the Minstrel. The Minstrel mills 3, puts a card back to the top of the deck here. Adding the infantry in the process. Then, on declaration of attack of the Red Eyes, we're going to use Abyss Rhine, which just simply discards a water and draws a card. We're discarding the Dragoons. The Shadow Squad to draw a card. We hit Ash off of that. On resolution, the Shadow Squad on the new chain is going to special summon Neptibus. Sorry, not Neptibus, Pike. Pike is going to discard a card here. It's going to discard Infantry to add another Abyss Rank for next turn. And then the Infantry triggers to pop the Red Eyes Link. And all of that, we survived. We survived the Kali Yuga. We've maxied our opponent. We've brought ourselves back into this. But now we're still on turn 3. We have an issue. Turn 4, rather. We still have an issue. We have to play through 2 towers. This card is unaffected by card effects. This is unaffected by card effects. We're on 3,800 life points. And we take 900 or 800 damage per card effect. So we're also getting masqueraded, basically. Black Wings have a themed masquerade. Then we're going to just Kaiju the Masquerade. We can't get rid of the towers because, unfortunately, we need to activate card effects. Otherwise, we just burn 700. What is that, like 3 or 4 card effects? We die. So we drew Gameciel. Gameciel is a crazy cool card in Mermel because it's water. You can discard a few card effects. And it's Sekka's Light in the deck, so it's very monster heavy, so you kind of maybe have space for it unless you just want to play more hand traps. Going for the board breaker. In Snake Eye format, Kaiju, Gameciel, dropping it on an Appaloosa is crazy. You summon Poseidra, you bounce the Kaiju, you bounce the sequence equipped to the Desiree after Kaijuing the Appaloosa, and you've basically cracked Snake Eye with like 2 cards in Mermel. It's crazy. Anyway, we're going to activate the Poseidra. We're going to discard Dragoon. Dragoon send by discarding the Dragoon and sending a Shadow Squad, bouncing the Kaiju back to the hand, which means we can re-Kaiju our opponent here. Shadow Squad, summon Neptibus. We're going to Minstrel here. Rip a card out the hand here. It's the Chinook or the Shamar. I forgot his name. 2 towers have been outed, technically. The 7 brings back the Minstrel. We're going to go into Poseidon. Poseidon bouncing the Kaiju and the Kali Yuga. And then we re-Kaiju the towers. So the Kaiju coming down for the 3rd time in the game. This is why yugioh is the World Championship competitor and representative for Latin America. This is why he's rank 1. This is the gameplay you see from that level. Unbelievable. Crazy freaking game. Alright. So anyway, that was just randomly posted on my subreddit. More memes. What about you? Oh, I'm great at Mermel as well. It's just, you know, I'm going to learn some Abyss Keeper lines. Gee, Billy, why does your mom let you have 3 sandwiches? The prompt. So, transformatively, we replace all cards in one deck to a much better deck, and that's how I made Sandwich Turbo. The Ship of Theseus slowly taking away the Magician Girls and becoming Sandwich Turbo, I think is a fine interpretation of the prompt. Do you guys think MasterChef would be as good if I wasn't there? Because I kind of set the tone to make it this really toxic environment from episode 1. I feel like if I wasn't there, it just kind of wouldn't be as fun. You really think it would be better without me? They just become NPCing? I don't know if you've noticed, like, for example, like yesterday when we filmed, or Monday, we did the episode. I didn't really have any complaints because the decks were just fine. They weren't like crazy interesting, but it just felt like not as fun. If anyone was here for Monday's live recording, like it just kind of wasn't as like fun. I don't know. You carry the series, but like if I carry the series, it's like not in a good way. So if I do carry MasterChef, it's kind of like not in a good way. It's like the same way you would tune into, like, I don't know, Game of Thrones and you would see Joffrey and you'd be like, I want him to die. Maybe that's kind of like how people are watching Chef, right? Maybe. At least it's entertainment. It's like pro wrestling, right? Right? I'm just the heel, guys. I'm not actually a bad person, surely. If you didn't crash out at Gage episode 1, Chef wouldn't have been made into what it is now. You know, like the domino meme? And it's just like this. Right? And it's like, me episode 1 of Master Duel Master Chef, and then it's all these like other events. Someone should make this episode 1 of Master Duel Master Chef, and then it's like we're all the way over here and it's like the Israel-Iran war. Everything has just been downhill since. Okay, anyway, lost my chance at Nats and I'm laughing about it. What is this? I was preparing for my nationals and playtesting with my friends until I got tired today. Naturally, I took it. And naturally, I said I'll head back home, which is like 40 minutes away, considering we don't have that many locals in Saudi Arabia. I took my grape soda and my Pokemon Mimikyu green leather deck box, on the other hand, when I went to open my car door. I put my deck box on the roof of my car and opened the door. And yes, what you're thinking has happened. For anyone who drives, you've probably done this before. You put something on your car roof to, like, do something with your hands. You get in the car and you drive away and, like, wait a second. I forgot something. I closed the door of my car and I drove back home. When I parked in front of the house, I looked to my side into the passenger seat where I usually put my deck box. It wasn't there. It all came in at once, and I knew at that moment. Can we use some paragraphs, please? What I did to the deck I saved for months. I called the store owner, panicking and laughing out of horror because I didn't process it yet. So while I told him to sweep the street looking for the deck while I drive back another 40 minutes. It was the longest drive I'd ever had, or at least it felt like it. My friend and the owner of the store was sweeping the street for 40 minutes until I arrived and I didn't find it. So I decided to drive to the intersection of the highway, and I found it just before the highway on the slip road. The deck box crushed, and some of the cards had been damaged to the point of unusability. And when I saw it like that, I couldn't help but laugh. I laughed because I couldn't register any emotions, or maybe I found some kind of comedy in the situation. I won't stretch it that much, but I'll just show you.
حصلناها الحمد لله. هذا الزبال الحمد لله. شوف وين حصلناها. بيس ما ادري ايش. شوف الديك بوكس كيف. شوف
الديك بوكس حبيبي. وش صار الديك بوكس؟
يلا جمع كم كرت؟ 60 كرت. يلا.
Is that Malice, by the way? Is that Malice in Underground?
والله الحمد لله كروت سليمة ترى.
Oh no, dude. Bro! What the heck? There's a part 2 here.
التمتير من هناك لين هناك.
He's just on the side of the road looking for the deck box. Okay, I think technically it's in reverse order. Wait, there's like a bunch of missing cards!
هذه ما شاء الله ما شاء الله.
ما شاء الله حبيبي. هاي Malice in Underground. صبناها.
يقول لك مال الحلال ما يضيع. الحمد لله انه حصلناهم. بعض الكروت سليمة. بعض الكروت برا السليم.
Can we get a damage report, please? Can we get like a full damage report? This bro's got a Stratos in a top loader.
طيب الحمد لله. الأمور طيبة الحمد لله.
Stratos is طيب الحمد لله.
دبل سليم الحمد لله. باك اب. والامبولس الثانية. لا الحمد لله سليمة الحمد لله.
Impulses and shit, dude. These are not cheap cards.
اي يا ترجع يا تقدم سيارتك. الحمد لله. نفضحك في الجروب. نفضحك في الجروب. Okay.
Show us another card. What else we got here? God, that's crazy. They just have like a bunch of cards on the side of the road there. Wow. Unbelievable. Well, at least they managed to salvage everything. So, yeah, that's crazy. No, there's no Arabic cards. Middle East just uses European print cards. They're all made in like Belgium or something, and they get transported over to like South Africa, Middle East, wherever they have official OTSs now. Can we get a deck profile? Yeah, we need like a Saudi Arabian highway deck profile. All right. What do we got here? Cinema. What have I done this time? I think I know which one this is. Play my cards like in the right order despite declaring them. Well, if you guys haven't seen this, I'm playing against someone on ranked who drops Max C on the declaration of my attack of Nibiru.
On a Nibiru attack. Right?
So I went on this crash out talking about, come on, I'm not that bad. I'm not as bad as these players. Surely I shouldn't be at this elo. And I timed out. Well, some people on Twitter said that this is fake and I was porn acting. Listen, I'll take that. Yeah, I was only pretending. I'll take that. Listen, I'll take it. I was pretending. That absolves me from a lot. You know what? I will take that. Yes, I was pretending. Free Meow Mew. The hell's this? Master Duel last meme. 4 upvotes on the Farfa subreddit must be like down bad, dude. I'm a Link one that does everything for my archetype. Evil Twin Kiss a Kill Deal. Oh, you're so sweet. I'm a Link one that does everything for my archetype. Hello, human resources. Well, isn't it because like this isn't a starter? Technically, aren't you supposed to make this as your second Link? I don't know. I don't know how Live Turn works, but like it's not like a 1-card like combo by itself compared to this, right? This is a 1-card starter. Oh, it is a starter? Oh, okay. Well, you know how Yu-Gi-Oh players are, right? If you put a hot enough woman on the artwork, it all becomes acceptable, right? So I suppose that's kind of like the reasoning for it. Many such cases. I interact with cards in the deck, the strongest place to interact with, not banned in Japan. That's very specific. 11 comments, 0 upvotes. Wow, you've started some controversy. What happened here?
Good morning, Farfa.
Should be banned in Master Duel. I interact with cards in the grave. A lot of Link monsters do that. Banned in Japan. What is bro even trying to say here? Like, should we get a little recap here? What are people saying about? Oh yeah, because a Foolish for 2 can totally be compared against a quick revive of a Link 2 with no restrictions and additional targeting protection for up to 2 cards. Yes, I just did. I'd say Giga Chad, but he has 0 upvotes, so, you know. Is Farfa still in? Well, I tried calling Quantal, but he isn't replying. Quantal! Hello, let's try call him again. Quantal, will you take me to Worlds? Quantal, take me to Worlds. Whenever I think about the insane power creep TCG got in 26 years, I remember Duel Links got Fusion, Synchro, Exceed, Penned, and Link in 8 years. And in that time frame, we were still on the GX era where Cyber Dragon was the card. Duel Links got a power creep speedrun. Okay, guys, Quantal is not answering. It seems like I'm not going to Worlds. What an asshole. Rough day? Rough day. Ash Blossom, stop your search for meaning. Wait, this is my tweet. Stop your search for meaning. Ghost Ogre, I will destroy you. Nibiru, everything you love will turn to ruin. Shawarma Guy. How are you, boss? The usual. How are you, boss? I thought it was a banger. I thought it was a good tweet. I love the times that Labrynth feels like Tearlaments. That's a very bold comparison you're making. But go on. Let cook.
Brazil.
This is a Switch replay. Alright, here we go. Remember that this is Tearlaments gameplay. Okay, so you're gonna play a little bit on his turn here. So your opponent's gonna normal summon, we're gonna coup clock. Activate the effect of the resetting of the big welcome from the deck here. With the clue clock, special summoning itself to give a body onto the field here. Lovely's gonna pop a card. They're gonna Druid's Worm you. Because they responded to a Labrynth card, we get to use the Arias. Arias then gets to set a regular welcome, which is gonna get Ariana, which is gonna get Lovely. Then we're gonna special summon the Lovely. We're getting nibbed on our own turn in Labrynth. That's insane. I wouldn't say it's Tearlaments, but that is pretty funny that Labrynth could get nibbed on turn 0. That's definitely not something you see every day. Yeah, tier coded. So basically, anyone that special summons on your opponent's turn, suddenly that's Tearlaments, right? That's kind of like the factor of what. That's sort of like what the community has kind of agreed upon is the meaning behind that. Absolute Farfa. Absolute. So what the? What is this for? Is this when I summoned the third sandwich? Absolute Chainlink 1 Seer target Dante. Bro spelt Seer with a Y. That's crazy. This must be the sandwich episode, right? Trading card game seals tier list in Japan, May 2025. Oh god. Wait a second. Top 10 individual trading card product sales in May. Rank 1, we've got Pokemon. Naturally, we've got Pokemon. Duel Masters Pokemon card game is 3rd. Oh, these are the products. Yeah, okay, so these are very specific products, not overall. What's Yu-Gi-Oh at here? What did Yu-Gi-Oh release? Duel Monsters Quarter Century Collection. And then the individual sales, or total sales, I suppose, we've got Pokemon Rank 1, Duel Masters, One Piece, and then Yu-Gi-Oh. I don't think Yu-Gi-Oh had like a big set in May for Japan, did they? Anyway, this is like kind of standard at this point. Yu-Gi-Oh has been trailing in general, but looking at it month to month might be a little bit contextually irrelevant since you do kind of need to factor in like what is going on, right? Like if there's obviously like, if May had a big Pokemon release or a big One Piece release, then Yu-Gi-Oh would obviously fall behind it. But it is interesting that Yu-Gi-Oh has consistently been ranked 2 for, I want to say maybe decades. That's how long Yu-Gi-Oh has been dominant. I say dominant, obviously Pokemon's rank 1, but it's not even close. Pokemon's a different beast. But One Piece is very, very consistently like beating Yu-Gi-Oh every other month or something in Japan. So hopefully more big changes coming to the game, like destroying Edison. Yeah, I can't wait for more crazy big brain decisions from Konami over the next couple of months to help catch up with OCG. Maybe we need to ruin more legacy formats. What was he cooking? Cypher Blade, activate, sending Cypher X, target Baby Cerosaurus, destroy Baby Ceros, activate special. So I would love to see where this combo went. Galaxy Eyes baby combos, let's go. I'd die for him.
Met this guy 5 minutes ago, and honestly, I'd die for him.
He blinked twice. That means consent, right?
Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ. The waifu wars begin they have. The better than Dark Magician Girl Squad. Yeah, DMG wasn't even the best at her, like, in context of her time period. Like, I don't know, for anyone who grew up watching Yu-Gi-Oh! The anime as like a kid, you probably had your, like, awakening when you realized either you really like woman or you don't, I guess. But if for those of you who realized, oh, I like woman, it was harpies. That's where it was for me. I'm just saying, like, watching the episode with the harpies, I was like, wait a minute. Women are kind of nice, dude. So, yeah, DMG wasn't even the best at her peak. What do you mean self-report? There's nothing shameful about that. Like, what are you guys saying? Like, what are you talking about? There is nothing shameful about being attracted to the harpies. What is wrong with y'all? Anyway, I made Farfa if he was a card from his favorite archetype. Wow, thank you for the custom card. Yeah, no, this... Yeah, wow. God, wow, I wonder if the YouTuber was a real card. What would he look like? Oh, that's pretty good. I made a tier list of the most overhyped cards that can be unbanned with no problems. Well, this has 0 upvotes, so let's see here. What do we got? The Great Neptune, I can't even remember. Mirage of Nightmare. Yeah, I don't know. That card is probably okay, but it would just be like randomly inconsistent, I feel. Drawing like 4 or 5 hand traps on your opponent's turn for free every other like game for no reason seems a bit odd, I guess. 6 Sense probably can't come back even though it's a hand trap. I just feel like there would be too many grave-oriented things you could do with this. I don't think Dimension Fusion could come back either. It would be unsearchable and stuff unless you played Verte, which is obviously not an issue for TCG, but Master Duel, maybe you could do some dumb stuff with it, but Verte does lock you. Broad Bull... Maybe. I don't know, I feel like Broad Bull really isn't that bad. Broad Bull searches Sengenjin. It's too generic, isn't it? It is, it's too generic. Norden definitely can't come back. That one absolutely cannot come back. Ultimate Offering... That card's probably fine, honestly. Mind Master... I don't know, but the Mind Master and the Fishborg Launcher are probably just really silly gimmick cards. I don't know how real they would be, but they're probably best not to stay around. I think Premature Burial is very overrated, personally. I do think Prem is overrated. Yeah, it's an equip card, you know, it's searchable in a lot of decks compared to, like, Monster Reborn or something, and... Gosh, we're just waiting for the day Reborn to go to 3 at this point, right? No one even plays 1. Imagine, like, with 3. Return from the Different Dimension. That's also a weird one, isn't it? Right? Like, a trap card that summons a bunch of banished guys. Like, we know how Yu-Gi-Oh! Works. What are you going to return? Like, tell me. Like, what deck is going to play Return? What deck would today play Return? I just... Return with Malice? Like... You're going to wait a turn to bring back Malice names? Is that really, like... Maybe, I don't know. Rollback target. So, rollback is a card that is not going to age well. I will tell you guys this now. That card is not aging well. By the day, that card has more ridiculous interactions. I don't even know what that is. Butterfly Elma? I don't even remember what that does. It's probably not relevant. Japanese meme.
Hello, everyone.
It's 7 minutes long. I'm not watching that. Any hopes? What do we got here? Tune in to your Konami Press Start stream. Oh yeah, so we talked about this last week. I was potentially going to stay online for a little bit longer to watch it. Nothing happened. Like, nothing happened. Genuinely. There was no news. There was no recap. There was, like, literally nothing came out of this. Scottish food.
I'm making food from countries that no longer exist, and today
Well, you said Scotland, so...
Hey, it's Scotland.
Huh? What the f...
Imagine, if you will, England and Scotland, a pair of incompatible student housemates who have been living together since 843 AD. And for the next few centuries, it's the typical
Well, technically the
housemate
Union was what,
problems,
1776?
like battles, invasions, and the occasional murdered king. But after a while, England, with its big stack of mum and daddy's money, starts to go on big nights out.
Is he just
plundering
this is just
and
haggis,
colonising
right?
Other countries. Scotland gets jealous and spends his entire student loan trying to do the same. Fails.
Did
and
he just
immediately
slice the butter
becomes
with the wrapper?
destitute. England comes knocking with a big bag of money and an active union rental agreement. And
Oh,
Scotland signs
1707,
the
damn.
lease, loses independence and joins the United Kingdom, becoming a very resentful tenant who's still trying to
Is that
move
haggis or is it supposed to be black pudding?
about centuries later.
Jesus Christ, man. God, like... like, what am I looking at? This is dog food. Is it actually haggis? This is fucking gross. Haggis, neeps, and tatties.
Brazil.
Is haggis halal? I mean, halal, all halal means is the way the animal is killed. So you could theoretically make halal haggis. But I think haggis is primarily used with pig, isn't it? So I guess not. But I guess you just use like lamb or something. Why no new streams on YouTube? Sorry, bro. Me if you even care. Why does this have 7 upvotes? Mods don't reveal NSFW content? Just weird. I'm gonna skip that one. Cadro Classic. I think we watched this already, right? That's like the burn thing. Why I feel like I reposted this. See, you ultra rare gay? What is this? Hold on. Is there a weird joke that I'm not understanding here? You know what? You're gay? You are gay. Oh, okay. You are gay. You know, there's a whole archetype you can make this joke with now if you want, realistically. Trust me, Bo, the OCG will ban the roach soon. Tactical tri-pack reprints. Come on, bro. Just because it's being reprinted doesn't mean it can't be banned, bro. Trust me, bro. Bro, trust me. Maxie's getting banned, bro. Trust me. Farfa, protect your baby. Ovi thinks he's a dino. This took too much time for a baby joke. I posted... Wow, my God. My kitchen is so different now. This is when we first moved in. Noah had this little overall thing. It was very cute. He looked exactly like baby Ceratosaurus. Ah! Bro 3D designed it. Thank you. Max is getting banned on Sunday. True. July something is when OCG is getting an official ban list on Sunday, right? So that's kind of relevant. Marfa. When you see Ash for Maxi, they never tell you how they all shit themselves. You remember Pop the Baby? Well, he's Pops the Baby now. But Beansmith Requiem backshot. I guess technically this is the backshot. Last Pokemon standing. Last Card Community is running a series of LCS style tournaments for Pokemon doubles. Currently LPS number 3 takes place. Oh shit. Man, we created a monster with the LCS, didn't we? These guys are just doing their own thing now. Well, if you guys want to join Last Pokemon standing, then, you know, here we go. Farfa. Farfa. Maxed C credit card
You
debt.
were day trading Pokemon.
Yugioh. Don't insult.
Couple spent $6,000 on Yu-Gi-Oh cards.
Whatever, Yukio.
Oh, whatever.
You know his face looks like a circle of pubes, right?
Right. Holy.
So how did we gain 6,000 hours of debt in Yu-Gi-Oh?
Well, in the beginning of it, it was going good. A couple $500 of profit, $1,000 of profit a month. But we hit one flow of a bad batch and lost a big investment.
Is that a fucking Trump assassination attempt shirt? Bro, you're so heckin' cool.
On that.
It's basically a lottery every time we buy a case of them.
Oh, and you're hoping to get cards where within the batch overall it's
Just
more
the smartest
value
people
than-
racking up card game
that
debt.
was your business?
Yeah, and then we're gonna
Your
build a
business
store.
was lottery cards.
I was tired of the
Yeah.
day-to-day job.
Yeah, no. So why don't you do something that provides value then?
I want it to be like you, your own boss, your own hours.
Why didn't you start a
This is just a sad watch, I'm gonna be honest. Comedy! Maga and failing. Fiendsmith, Dinosaurs. Iraq Nationals! Top 4! Woo! What's the synergy? Does Fiendsmith Requiem pop a baby? Like, what are we doing here? What's the synergy? How do you actually pop a baby? I'm not seeing anything that pops a baby. There is none, you just added Fiendsmith. Is there literally none? Least based Iraqi. The fuck you mean synergy? It's just dinos with Fiendsmith? Well, normally, the engines maybe have a way to mix together and interact with one another. Like, maybe there's actually a way to destroy cards, but apparently not. It is just baby Pterosaurus and Fiendsmith. Synergy is 2 shit dinos can go into a good engine. Do you think the baby triggers an airstrike? Too soon! It's been 20 years, but still. It'll work, trust me. Branded.
Branded. Dark Magician. Blue Ages.
Oh yeah, we saw this before, didn't we? Alright, Death Note Spanish memes. Alright, well, thank you for tuning in to the Reddit, I guess. So, we'll be recapping in a few months or something, whenever I can be bothered to check the cesspool that is r/Farfa. Follow it if you want. Subscribe for more highlight videos. Bye-bye.
Distant Coder.